3, and Alex Storm on position 4.
Women's standing heat 1, Candace, Nita, Emma on deck.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
I'll keep a close eye on the man in the yellow. That is Ben Carlson from Granby, Connecticut. And Dave, he's relatively new to the sport, but it didn't take him long to excel and just be dominating the springboard event. Last tournament we saw was in Lake Erie Lake Effect in the fall, and Carlson just smoked off the springboard. We'll see if he can go 2 for 2 in the big wins. But Alex Storm from Newville, Pennsylvania is up first.
Yeah, Alex Storm finished a career-high 9th in the country last year at the U.S. Steel Timber Sports Series out in Milwaukee at the U.S. Championships. And you can see why. He is just bludgeoning that block on position 4. Carlson have a bit of a problem right now getting that second board hole into that tree.
Alex Storm, this is going to be a very tough time to beat overall. You may be looking at the winning time today. Storm boring that in, getting the far hit in, and that axe is working. This is tough, firm Aspen. He says, I don't need an up hit, just strictly down hits. But uncharacteristic of Carlson, I think he opened too wide in that top pocket. Once you open that wide, sometimes you just have to commit to it, Dave.
Yeah, I got to tell you too, Dave, I was looking at these poles before the event, and some of this wood is pretty frozen still. It's not quite thawed out yet, so he might have had some problem there with some frozen fibers causing issues in the back of that pocket that did not want to hold that clip. Owen Probst down there, a young athlete out of Paul Smith's College, hammering away. Great springboard for him, Dave. You got to be impressed by him.
A beautiful swing down there, very organic down there at stand number 1. Very loose, he's accurate. That is either a tough log or his axe is just not working today. And sometimes, a lot of these athletes, they're bringing anywhere from 6 to 10 axes. Each axe about $600 a piece. Sometimes you just pick the wrong axe.
And there it is for Carlson. Give him a big round of applause, finishing things up quick when he got up on that second board. There's a big chip there for Mr. Probst.
Now you say a big chip, I was going to say almost too big of a chip. Sometimes the log, if these are around 11 inches, you just don't need that big of a chip, about a 13, 14-inch chip. And if it's too big on a tight log especially, the chip just won't lift. He's going around to the back very early. So he's going to have to open a relatively large back to sever this log.
Well, look at him, though. He looks just as strong on his backhand as he does on his front hand. He'd be an absolute asset on a baseball team, switch hitter style.
Right.
His Probst attacking this log, almost like Matty Slingerland does.
Yeah, you stole my call, Dave. I was going to say Matty Slingerland, watch out. Here's the guy who's so strong on his backhand as well, and just fearless with that down hit. I'm saying this guy is going to be a tough professional.
All right, looks like our athletes are set. Here we go.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, we got Bort in the middle. And he went for a 1-1. That chip did not move, but it looks like he's going to start getting out. Lyle Captain in the blue all the way to the right, coming up from Orlando, Florida. And Lyle is not waiting around. He's looking to win the standing.
If you'd have told me this was hardwood, I would have believed you. When Lyle's first 2 down hits, that axe bounced back at him and almost clocked him in the face. He must have had a really frozen piece of wood there, and that angle really clocked that axe back. And he is making some moves right now. Look at Bort Lyle.
Yeah, Bort is going after this. Bort wants to win in the standing block. Will Chamberlain around to the backside. He's got a tough block.
Come on,
did Bort do the job in the front? Oh, he's got it broke near.
What an animal. What an animal.
He is, I remember again seeing him in the collegiate ranks, just the most jacked college competitor I've seen.
Pretty sure that dude mainlines creatine. Look at Will Chamberlain. He's still hammering away down there. Lyle Chamberlain coming off in second.
Not bad for Will Chamberlain. Stayed in the front. He's been training down in pitching forwards with the big guys. That training has paid off. Coming back from just a horrible nerve concept with the axe years ago, but cut a nerve in that left arm. And he said he's finally...
Sorry. No, you're good. I just. Good, Liz? Yeah, we're good.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Dave, keep an eye on the man in the blue there on stand number 2. That's Zach Brown out of Pulaski, New York. We're just talking about the steelhead fishing run. However, he is an axe grinder. If anybody's going to have a proper axe for that cold, tight wood today, it's going to be the man in the blue.
Yeah, he was looking at axes, he said yesterday. He's like, this one for really good wood, this one for really good wood, this one. He's like, I don't know if I got anything for this cold weather wood. It looks like he's cutting really well right now, but Scott Brunner down there on position 1, making the turn first.
We talk about how important it is, the opening hits, the opening up and down in the standing block.
Come on, Zach.
Not only are up and down in the underhand chop, coming in, they're hitting kind of a low hit and then the top hit to get that top one out, but he's incredibly accurate, establishing that slope we talk about, Dave.
Yeah, absolutely. Slope's so important. Want to go with the grain as much as possible. It's not like you're splitting wood. You hit it from that top grain. You hit it against the grain. It doesn't want to go anywhere. Same with wood chopping out here. That proper angle makes life easy.
Check out Eric Piazza down here. This is a strong athlete. Piazza's got the top rope in the middle. In the yellow, could be Piazza if he gets those bottom fibers off. Yes.
There it is. Eric Piazza got to be pumped up about that one. Taking the first heat here in the men's underhand chop.
Eric Piazza loves to talk on the mic.
And there it is for Caleb Steves.
So don't go anywhere, buddy. Don't. Get your ass out here. You got to get an interview with Eric Piazza. You're not going anywhere. Eric Piazza is one of the strongest athletes and the quietest athlete. And he's such a nice guy. He had a couple cocktails in him, though. This guy's a party animal. Eric, I think he's going for a Zach Brown, though. A tough log.
Yeah, I'm coming down to look at this thing right now. I think it was more frozen than you thought it was during axe testing. It is just not moving for him right now, folks. But cheer him on. He can hear you up here. Oh, there's the judge. Here we go.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, here we go. Ladies getting into these standing blocks. See, they're dropping that axe down by their ankles. You get that up hit and then trying to lift it way up above their head, creating that 45-degree angle on that down hit. Look at Nita Schumacher. She said she was a little nervous coming into this, but look at her putting on a show for the people there on position 2. She's almost ready to make a turn, Dave.
Yeah, we are looking. This is what we're talking about. Future champions. She is at that level already. A little flat on the top, and I would have liked to seen her just turn to the backside. She had nice slope. Once you start hitting straight in, you're losing that penetration of these axes.
Absolutely. There goes Emma Cargill onto the backside of her log on position 3. Candace got a little bit of far wood on that far side. She's going to take a few more hits in that far wood. She might be ready to go around and join the rest of these ladies.
I like the delivery. I like the release at the end. Driving off the hips, driving off that back leg. I was talking to some of the great Australian choppers. They say you really need to drive off that back leg. Very similar to sawing. It's such a leg-driven event, this standing block.
All right, Candace there. She's going to throw some driving blows in now and then make her way onto the backside of that log. Couple extra hits there for insurance. Just wanted to make sure the center of that log, when she was setting it up, she was worried that it was super frozen. So I wanted to make sure that she can get nice and deep into that log so it comes off nice and easy on the back. Look at Emma Cargill. She's getting ready to make this drive off here, Dave.
Yeah, and it's so important. The most important hits are really those opening hits, those 2 up and 2 down, to establish the right slope. You want to have that slope, but of course, if you're too steep, you're going to V out. If you're too flat, the axe is just going to bounce right off.
I'm liking the technique of how Nita is bringing that axe down to bring it up. She's still coming a little flat off the top, but she's starting to learn how to let that axe really glide through the air and slice for her. That was a great cut, earned a great time in that one. Just ahead of the time. Position 4, here we go.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
All All right, here we go. Athletes getting into that first board hole. This is critical, Dave. Getting dialed in right off the bat, setting yourself up for success as you climb the tree, absolutely critical.
And they had the advantage of watching that first heat go to get an idea of what sort of pocket it's going to take. Sometimes you put a pocket too deep, and that board's going to sit up real high, kicking that back leg up, and it makes it incredibly hard to see your scarf because you're up above it. So there's a fine line of getting the back of that pocket. So, just deep enough that that clip grab supports you, but keeps you at the level of your cutting area.
Yeah, and you saw that Gabriel Brandt there on position 3 learned a lot in that first board hole. His board didn't go all the way to the back of that pocket with that clip because of that frozen wood in the center. So he took a couple extra hits on that top pocket, made sure it set in there nice and level. He's got a comfortable base. Now he's swinging big, Dave.
59 seconds is the time to beat from Alex Storm. Not sure if this crew can catch that, but the man on pole number 3, boy, that pole number 3 is the hot pole today. And he's got a beautiful scarf. Going to take just a ton of wood out, boring through those knots right there. Looks like his axe is going to stand up to it. And he's going to only need a few hits in the back.
Yeah, Danny Miner calling it there on position 2, just not having it, does not like the conditions here today, waving it off.
Yeah, Tommy!
Look at Tom Littlefield. Wow, Gabriel Brandt, look at that. That time's going to be close.
That's going to be, he's in the money right there. And he was smart enough to get around to the back. Had he kept cutting in the front and that broke off, that would be a disqualification. Has to have at least one down hit in the back. And it didn't take him much. Look at the beautiful swing, though, down on stand number 1. That is a massively powerful swing. He's had a little trouble with the boarding.
Yeah, the athletes better be careful with this guy now getting his feet underneath him in the sport. Tom Littlefield is an animal out of Maine down there. On position 1, been putting in a ton of work, and you can see it starting to really pay dividends for him here in this springboard chop. Cheer him on, folks. He's almost there.
Yeah, Dave, I've got to admit, I don't know much about this guy down on stand number 1, but just viewing him, he's just, again, fearless up there. And a lot of times you can gauge an athlete on how well they swing the axe 9 feet in the air.
Well, he came in like Miley Cyrus last year, like a wrecking ball, and he's showing
from that loss in Pennsylvania.
All right, looks like we're set, ready to go for underhand heat. We got Brian Schupneck on position 1, Ben Marshall on position 2, and Chris Savage on position 3.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Watch the speed of the man in black. Ben Marshall, the man who put this show on. I believe he took 2nd place at this tournament last year, and he's going to be looking for the win. Dave, the time to beat is, well, we don't have one yet for the men. This is going to be it, I believe.
Yeah, Ben is easily going to set that.
Yeah, Ben!
Look at the pace.
It's Piazza.
Marshall.
1 minute 15 from Piazza, the time to beat. I'm sorry. And
on,
Ben
Brad.
awfully close to that flat foothold they stand on. Again, that's a disqualification if they cut through those
sorry.
flat footholds.
Yeah, because you're technically not cutting the full circumference of the log if they cheat into those flat spots. He's going to be looking at Marshall there. Marshall going for the drives right now. And then it's stubborn.
Come on, Brad!
Chucknick was reeling him in. I think Chucknick is going to be pretty close here. But maybe just pinched on the back. We're going to look at that foothold from Marshall. See if that may be our first DQ of the day. He's looking at it. Yeah, okay. Ben says it's good. But a minute 15
Yes,
from
Abby.
Piazza, I believe, has fallen. And he may have broken the... But look at the edge, the scraping in the log here. And I'm wondering if he just blew the edge off the log there.
Savvy
Yeah,
just said the
Brian.
same thing. He's like, yep, I've already wrecked the axe in this. I'm done with this block. Schupneck finishing things up, though, down there in position 1. Give them all a big round of applause.
Do it!
Looks like Candace having a bit of a problem there, getting hers started.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
And we're going to watch 1 and 2 here. Look at the middle. Stand number 2. No, it's going to be 1 to go from Paul Smith. That's a beautiful standing block.
Wow, Emma Cargill there was like riding the lightning. Could not get that. My eyes in this one, definitely on stand 3. Your rookie champion from last year here. Here we go.
The Forester, Sidney Krompaski on 3.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Slight hesitation. I like the start on stand number 1. Stand number 1 is Krompaski. Pushed back, but not pushed it right back. 11 seconds, time to beat.
It's in jeopardy.
It's in jeopardy, 11-6.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Up there on position 3 for Savoy.
Position 3, wow! What a clinic! Position 3.
It's like, here we go. We're off to race it. 2-cut race.
I'm having horrible
Stand
flashbacks
to
today.
your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Ice cream entries by all the athletes.
Trouble on 3, a cutout on 3. Coming between 1 and 2. Chasing 16-4-3. It's going to be a, wow, close between 1 and 2 and no.
There is pandemonium everywhere in the stock stall right now.
It looks like a cutout on... Ethan says, Dave, I'm here too, you know.
Ethan hides in Alaska. We don't see anything from him.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
This heat is going at it. Ruckle down on 1. Look at the chips coming out. He's got a beautiful block. Again, 45 seconds of time to beat. The average swing speed about 1.1 seconds per hit. You equate that in. You got about 40 hits to get these blocks off. It should easily be done if the axe is working. Ruckle with a monstrous front down on 1.
Yeah, Ruckle making the turn look easy down there on position 1. We've seen some trouble here, really stringy log for Probst down here. He has to get out of rhythm a little bit, knock those chips out of the way to make sure he's not glancing that axe up or down into the stand. He's staying with the head locked in, throwing the drivers now, Dave.
Don Ruckle blew the blade off his axe. He's got a quarter-sized chunk missing. And Ruckle, I want to say he was just due for a win. He's been training his tail off, and that axe just blew apart. Unfortunate. And the man in the middle, who is this guy? He's from Alaska. He's got a good shot of winning this heat.
Ethan Villeneuve is going to be the recipient of bad luck on stands 1 and 3 right now. Probst just lost one of the wedges in his axe, had to sub it out, grab another axe. He's getting back in the block. Villeneuve will take the heat.
Oh, he's got a toughie. That is just a tough, firm block. And stringy. You're right, Dave. When those chips, they normally should pop out. But when they pop and they hang with all those strings attached, it just zaps the energy out of you.
Well, it frustrates you too. This is a guy that usually doesn't quit. He's shaking his head like this log, man. It's frozen, it's stringy. I'm standing in a pond.
I tell you what, coming up is the leader of the springboard, Alex Storm. He tells me he's got a melon in the standing block, and he's coming up.
Man, what could have been for Don Ruckle if that accident?
We're rolling.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, here we go.
Come on, Eliza!
To this heat of the underhand shot. Got a good block there for Candace Seno. Chips are just vacating that log with ease right now. And Eliza Phillips as well on position 4. That axe is loving that log, Drew. And that is all the confidence these ladies should need with what we've seen so far here today.
You know, Dave, I'm looking down this field of 5 here, and the techniques are perfect. The axe is straight out in front of them, biceps along the ears, extended, pulling the axe into the wood, and then the acceleration of the axe head, not just hitting the wood, but slicing their way through. They're just phenomenal techniques by all these athletes, and you really have to credit the collegiate teams these days where most of these athletes are coming out of. Finger Lakes, Cobleskill, SUNY ESF, Dartmouth. There's just so many schools these days with teams.
Absolutely. You see Eliza Phillips there making the turn with Emma Cargill and Hannah Turner. Candace throwing a couple extra hits there onto her log, making sure she's got that bottom wood out. You see she's slowing down a little bit. These are big logs. You haven't been chopping all winter. You talk about wood chopping endurance, Dave. On these bigger frozen logs, it's definitely going to play into this a little bit.
Yeah, it's a big log a lot of times. And if I didn't mention Paul Smith dominating the men's and the women's events as well in the collegiate series.
Yeah, Liza.
All right, Turner, Cargill, Seno, Phillips.
But you know, these round logs, Dave, they're tough. I try to coach these athletes to get the top wood out early, get the top wood out, and it creates these points. And it's the delivery
You got
of
it,
these
Nita.
7 to
Keep
8
it
inch
up.
wide axes onto the point of a log that you create, and it will actually suck the blade in. And like a wedge, it will wedge the wood apart, letting the blade travel through the wood. If you hit a flat surface, it tends to almost want to bounce off. So you want to sever your way into the log, create these surfaces.
I know this was always one of those events that your bugaboo there was stock saw. I was not an underhand cutter. There's that whole bending down thing for me. It was a lot of work for a big guy of my stature and prowess over here. The standing block was always my favorite. You are an animal in this underhand chop, Dave. So
I was going to quit the team because I wasn't very good, but the last event I said, here, try this underhand, and I just destroyed it when I tried out for the Finger Lakes team, and it became my best event.
Nita stepping off, regaining her composure.
That's got to come off, too. Oh, it's just one
There
more
it is
fight.
for Turner on position 1.
One more, Nita.
Careful.
Seno getting it finished off there on position 3.
Careful.
Nita's trying to be careful there, finishing it off. There it is. Eliza Phillips still up on her log with Emma Cargill. Keep cheering them on, folks. They can use it up here.
Come on. Put him on your bottom, Liza.
Come on, let them hear you. And there it is for Eliza.
Good job, Eliza.
Emma's right there. She's trying to break some of that frozen wood. You can hear that log just soaking those hits in. Almost like she's dog-legged it a little bit there, driving into what we'd call in the business dead wood.
You want to get those all sorted. Come on, Emma.
But she's still hammering, man. She's trying to drive that thing off. There it is. That last
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
45 seconds of time to beat going into the standing by Ben Carlson. He's got a beautiful log down here. We talk about hitting those points, Dave, delivering the axe, slicing into the wood. Carlson is doing just that, and this is not a great log. He's making it look soft. Alice Storm, he says, I got a soft log. It's almost rotten in the middle. Let's see if he's correct about that. That's the man on 1.
Yeah, look how fluid Storm is. In and out. Pick the right axe. It's nice and free. He's flying. Carlson, though.
Carlson's
got reeling him in.
I'd say Carlson's going to take this. Carlson's got a ton of... No, it's Storm on 1. Followed by the man in the middle of the Oh, and Carlson, everyone within about 3 or 4 hits of each other.
BS.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Again, 45 seconds. Born still the kind to beat Chucknick. The man down here in the green on 3. He's got a shot at it. It's going to come down to drawing the right log, drawing the right axe, and just keeping your head in the game. And breathing, Dave, how important that is.
Yeah, Brian's color matches his hat right now down here on position 3. Just
Come
has
on,
not
Brian.
taken a single breath of oxygen through the front half of this block. But a lot of these athletes, this is the first log they've cut of the year. So they're trying to get the bugs worked out a little bit. We saw opening blows from Shootneck were very flat in the bottom. He switched it up a little bit, recut his scarf. Now he's got a good scarf. Went right to the middle there on the front side. Should come off nice and easy for him on the back.
See some of these different stances. Some of the athletes have their back foot behind them, and they kind of slice across. And whoa, that's a good cut there on 2.
Gabriel Brandt coming to party today.
He is one fit competitor. We talk about the importance of breathing, especially in this weather. This, as you said, this early season chopping and season. As the season goes on, competitors become more confident, more relaxed, and the energy goes into the axe head instead of you just abusing it, using it up in your body with the nerves.
All right, we got Scott Brunner on 1. Brian shooting.
You got it, Brian.
on
Come
2.
on.
See, like look at Brian's back foot. I'd like to see that back foot come around a little farther.
So would he if he wasn't standing in a pond.
Yeah, I'd like to see him deeper in that puddle with the back foot. There it's coming off.
Yeah,
And there it
Brian.
is for Shootneck.
You get that back foot around a little bit. It helps you see the far fibers, Dave. Gets the nose of the axe up. Lets the axe...
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, here we go, ladies. Getting to the
Come on,
front side of this
Allie.
log. Look at Allie Purchase
Allie.
log.
Dave.
That log is just folding apart
It's
there.
exploding. Allie Perch in the black on 2, Dave. You're seeing the front better than I am, but it's just exploding. I know she did a demo last night for the crowd.
Are you
She had
kidding
a
me?
rough time with it, and she is just attacking this
Come on,
log.
Allie.
The axe of choice is working. Beautiful natural strength. This is the Allie Perch that we were ready for.
I didn't expect this, Dave. First cut of the year. She is flying through this. There goes Soroy onto the backside of her log on position 4.
Allie's just got to get those bottom fibers. And there it goes. That's going to be a real tough time to beat. And that's going to make her feel real good. I know she was frustrated last night after doing that demo. She said she just couldn't get the hits. She said, like a lot of us say, I've been working out, I'm fit. Why am I not swinging better? Just took that one chop to get yourself warmed up. Perch. Great cut.
Soroy getting ready to drive this thing off on position 4. Ellithorpe onto the backside of her log on position 1. Leah's log just not moving for her there, Dave. And there it is.
Is that broken?
She's going back up to finish it. Oh yeah, that log was not finished. Good call. Putting that final stroke into it.
Nice work. Way to finish.
I know, you know, a lot of athletes, they guess that the block is severed. And if they guess it, you know, that they'll stop the clock as soon as you remount that log. They're gonna accumulate the time, but a smart move. But you're right, Leah's got a tough log. Sometimes those real white aspen logs are so firm.
Yep, you can tell. The hat's off, the glasses are off now. She's meaning business, trying to finish this thing up. Keep cheering her on, folks. She can use it out here. That's part of the sport I love too, Dave, is all the athletes cheering each other on, the camaraderie. is so great at all these events. And I'm sure you're going to see that probably down there at that same venue you frequented last night.
Her chip.
And there's her wedge fell out. She's going to call it quits. Give her a big round of applause.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
We'll see, Davey. We were at a tournament last year, and I couldn't sleep because at midnight, the man in the middle was deciding he had to cut springboard pockets right outside of my room. So Will Chamberlain, see if it paid off. I know he kept me up all night, and it.
Judge just walks by and goes, doesn't look like it. There, Willie going up, sagging on that first board a little bit. He's probably going to learn something from that first board hole, though. This wood is a little frozen in the inside of these trees. Got to make sure to clear out those back fibers there to really make sure that metal clip can curl in, lock in. Make sure he's got good footing to go up there to the top.
Yeah, Chamberlain's got a perfect top pocket. Again, like a key and a lock. You see that board's just slightly uphill. It's going to settle on him just enough, and it'll give him that spring off the back foot. So Will's got a perfect springboard.
Oh yeah, Willie.
And again, he's just getting the confidence back in that left hand. That's the bottom hand.
And he's so strong he couldn't pull the axe back out of that thing. All right, Will. Into this tree.
And Will's just got a melon, but he's just want to relax. And again, it's early in the season to be confident up on those boards.
I thought bears were still hibernating. I just saw Savvy climb that tree, and there's definitely not hibernation anymore. That bear is up on his first board.
Come on, Sammy!
Yeah, I think Will's having a little, especially in this cold, damp weather, that injury may be just compromising that bottom hand a little bit. But Will's looking right into it and made a beautiful top pocket. And this is going to be a good confidence cut for Chamberlain in the middle. And you see those 2 and 2 reaching the far wood. But he went all his way. Like I said, he went down to Pigeon Forge. He trained with the big guys, Maddie Slingerland and the crew down there.
I'm getting nervous on stand one. Look at Hilaire's board. He's chopping uphill at that 45-degree angle. That clip is just barely holding on right now. And he's trying to feverishly still get through this log.
Oh my God, that's terrible. No, Tyler.
The man, you see now, he's like, yeah, I'm starting to feel it. Starting to get the nervous shakes up there.
Yeah, Will, come on!
All right, Will, getting to the middle of this log now. We're getting to that turning point about 80 to 90% of the way through. You see him head to that back side. Savvy's over there talking sweet nothings over to Rouse. Can't get the axe out of the tree.
Oh, the chill's coming up on that 3-minute mark. And there you go, Chamberlain. Right
at the
at the 3-minute mark.
March Madness.
Run into the same problem Alex Storm had. With 44 seconds, time to change out if needed.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Again, watch Krompaski, probably the favorite in this heat. But stand number 1, don't count her out. Megan Cranswick on 1. Krompaski, a massive swing. The Forester out of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, they're hit for hit right now, Dave. This is going to be a good heat.
Yeah. Again, 44 seconds. Allie Perch. Look at the massive slab that came off Krompaski. She went 2 and 2, took a huge chip out. This block is falling apart, and it is clean wood. And Krompaski had the presence of mind to hit the bottom chip. Top broke! And hang on, there it is. She's going to let it go, and
Good
it
job,
is 7. Sometimes there's a rule of wrenching. If you wrench the log off without severing it with a blade, but the head judge will look at that and say the blade was actually stuck in the wood in the process of retrieving the blade. The block was severed. I think she'll be fine on that. However, if you have the axe in the wood, you deliberately wrench the handle to wrench the block off. That is a DQ. So Sydney's going to be fine. So let's keep going here from Megan Cranswick. She's got a toughie down there on 1. And this is the last heat of the women's underhand. Let's keep her going.
Almost there. A couple more hits. Went back for another chip hit. Get some of that wood out of the way. She's going to work her way from the top down.
And you saw that happen to Krapaski. She blew right through the top. Took her a second to retrieve that axe. Lost her balance. Got through, took that big hit in the bottom.
Man, you can just hear though, driving dead wood over there. It's almost like she's got to chip it out a little bit more, create a little bit more room to be able to slice it off.
Right, and you can just see she's come to a V. No matter, even in the softest white pine, the softest aspen, you come to a V and the blade, it just rejects the blade, just bounces it right out. Which is why a lot of the competitors go to Australia, New Zealand. They chop the eucalypt wood down there, the hard wood. And if you learn to hold a wall of wood for the axe to penetrate into, you learn how to chop without ever V'ing out, coming to a point, Dave.
I can tell you this American wood not translating well for the Canadian right now. She can use your help out there, folks. Keep cheering her on.
You know, we've seen back when I was competing, Dave, how I said the whole world came to compete against us. Every once in a while, you get an Australian that would just be complacent. They'd be a little arrogant going into our soft wood, and they would V out or shortcut themselves. And next thing you know, they weren't even in it. They'd get knocked out of timber splits. They'd get knocked out. They wouldn't advance to the semifinal because they don't realize how this white pine, this aspen, can bite you if you don't cut it properly, if you don't respect it.
Almost there. Holy cow. This log just won't give up. There it is.
All the way from Pennsylvania, southern Pennsylvania.
15 seconds.
All right, doing the last couple things, you'll see some of these guys got gravity switches on their fuels and their oilers. They're going to turn it on here right at the last second. Here we go.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Cue up the Marvin Gaye, what's going on, Dave?
Hoping Brownie picked a different axe than this one. That first log he had today.
It was stuck behind me.
That axe did not like that log.
I'm like, where did it go?
You don't have anything that cuts ice? Oh, that's a problem. Here we go.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Well, Dave, you know, Emily Brown is one of the best women's choppers in the world right now. And her husband right there in the blue grinds those axes. So he is one of the best axe grinders in the country as well. But look at the man on one. Look at the accuracy they drew those lines. He is right on his lines there. Who is that guy, Dave?
Danny Miner. He is an assassin down there on position 1. We saw him win the rookie day here last year at the Winter Carnival, and he has come back with vengeance again this year, striking fear into the pro day now as he is hammering through this standing block.
That is the most accurate cut we've seen all day in any of the chops. Miner down on one. Absolutely perfect slope. Hit those lines he's drawn on the log. And he's going to get this thing off. He's going to be in the money, Dave.
Yeah, oh, Brownie, shorten that far wood a little bit. That is going to be trouble here on this backside. There goes Miner. Give him a big round of applause.
He's not even breathing heavy. Great cut. He just never slowed up. He attacked it with ferocity and never lost that pace through the whole cut. Great cut on one.
Brownie's looking at this thing and yeah, I've made smarter decisions than this. He's gonna
The ignition on, the high pressure oiler on. Again, that oiler not just to lubricate the chain, but to keep the chain cool at 200 miles per hour. These chains will break if they get too tight.
Yeah, Brownie's having a problem over there. We'll talk about his saw here in a second. Here we go.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, that is Heartbreak City. Clock is running.
does. I think he's going to be unfortunately DQ. Once he's shut the saw off, that's it. But he blew out the top of that first disc. And sometimes that judge will let you look at it, and sometimes he says, don't touch those discs once they're on the ground.
I think it's going to be shoot neck down there on number 1. The sound I just heard come out of that saw, it sounds like it is ready to rip down there. This is going to be a good race. Here we go.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Still a live saw. Brian's shut down. I'm going to try to restart it. Give him a big round of applause.
Yeah. Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, ladies, getting into the front side of these logs now. Big sweeping swings down there from Leah Lloyd. Great technique down there. Oh, a little bit of a knot there. Going to definitely affect those chips from coming out a little bit, but she's trying to go around it there, Dave. Looks like a veteran move down there from the young buck, Leah Lloyd.
And she can just get above those knots. We've seen some axes destroyed today by going through these firm winter aspen knots. And these logs aren't tight. There is a... If you open too wide, again, we said it in the earlier show, it's a massive chip to lift. And these chips can be stringy, so you really want to mark them off. Mark the log off properly. We're chopping around, let's call it an 11-inch log, so you want to open maybe 11 and a half inches. You go up to 14 inches, it's a massive chip. It's a longer distance you're traveling. I get it, you're going to get more slope, Dave, but it unfortunately it does take away from the event.
Yeah, at the end, they just still have to send that wedge through that chip to get it to pry from that log. All right, Emily getting redialed back in there. She's hammering away. Look at Leah Lloyd trying to finish things up down there on position 1.
Yeah, Leah's, she had a tough go in the underhand chop earlier. I think the wedge came out of her axe head. She's got a different axe now. She's in great condition, in great position to win this heat of the women's standing block. It's stand number 3, though. Oh, no, she's still in the front of that log, and it is stubborn.
There it is for Leah. I thought Ella Thorpe was reeling her in. She only needed 2 more hits to finish her log. Great cut for Emily.
Great cut for Emily.
We'll stick with Hannah Turner down here on position 3. She's still thumping that log, Dave. A little bit more technique, angle presentation. She's going to be an animal in this event.
Yeah, it just sounds like that axe is just like, you know, we talk about axe grinding, and the angles on these axes anywhere from 13 to 17 degrees. Some of these axe grinders might say 14, 15 degrees, but if you get too steep, they're just dead in the wood. And it just sounds like it's kind of a dead axe. It's not slicing. You want it, of course, if you go too thin, the axe just goes in and sticks to the wood. It won't lift the chip. But sometimes you can just listen to the axe of the athlete who sort of knows if working or not.
Yeah, axe science is just that. It's a science, and knowing what your gear will do in every log you cut. It's something that takes athletes a long time to really get their heads around when traveling around the country and finding different species and using their gear and that kind of stuff.
And it's a curse if you're a good axe grinder. It's great to have that talent, but you are just hounded year round. You know, athletes bring you entire axe boxes, 6 axes in a box, and they'll drop the box off and say, I need them all fixed. And then if they win, everybody's giving you their axes to grind.
She's almost there, folks. Let's keep cheering her on.
Well, Zach Brown here today, one of the best axe grinders in the world. You see more of Zach later. That hinge just does not want to break. She's kind of come to a point. If you have a wall of wood, it will create a hinge. The axe will penetrate. And when it comes to a point, it's like It's like turning a piece of firewood on its side and trying to get through, just bashing it, and the axe just bounces off. She got the firewood broken.
Yeah, unconventional way to break it. You usually want to break from the near out. She's got that bar broke. Gonna work it in reverse now. She has not slowed down.
I was going to
Dave.
say, she gets the
Holy cow.
gets the athleticism award today. I'll give her that. She has not slowed down, kept that pace going. And I know the head judge does not want to blow the time limit whistle on her. And she's almost through, but that middle the middle near wood is just haunting her right now.
I would need a defibrillator by now. That's all I'm saying.
I'm tired just watching her. Folks, let her hear that 5-pound axe head's getting heavy.
Starting to wiggle a little bit. Man, those are some stubborn fibers, Jewett. I think I've seen you draw a block like this down in Webster Springs, have I not?
Listen, I've made soft logs look really hard, Dave. It can be done. But you just miss your lines. It's moving.
There we go. Show 2 springboard chop.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Alex Storm holds the lead right now in 59 seconds. Ben Marshall, the speedy, opened up too narrow. Went back, had the presence of mind to widen that pocket. Again, you want to come down with the right slope. If you come in too flat, it's very hard to come to a point for that metal clip to get to the back of the pocket and grab on to the log. The metal clip will just be searching for wood to grab, Dave, if you're too flat on that top hit.
Absolutely. Look at Ben. Already executing a good board hold there on his second board. Starting to slough back a little bit, but that is a strong board. He's off to the races.
And you can tell when the athlete's not exactly sure, they'll kind of lean on that front leg. See Ben just sort of leaning to the log a little bit. That board heading towards Lake George just slightly. Dom Ruckles probably has the best block, the best board we've seen. He's going to be in the money here. Ruckle opening up beautiful, not too wide, Dave, and not too narrow. He's going to get 90% of the way through, as you said. Leave very little work on the backside.
Yeah, look at Ruckle right now and Brownie making short work of these logs in the top. Ben shaking his head, not liking his axe choice for this log at the top of that tree. But he's also hitting super flat in the bottom there. That is definitely causing some issues. Look at Ruckle.
Born's just getting up there now. He is a big boy. Ruckle's in the money. It's going to put him, I imagine, around second place right now. Again, 59 seconds of time to beat Dom Ruckle. There you go. 2 fists skyward. He broke an axe in the standing block chop. And that's just a great comeback right there in the chopping events.
Brownie having a very impressive cut here on position 3. One more hit should do it for him. There it is. Give him a big round of applause. And we'll stay with the big man, Mr. Biceps down there, Ryan Bourne, hammering, making short work of that block. That tree is just quaking down there, Dave.
Now he's got a nice scarf, a little flat on those top hits. Could have opened maybe a little wider to open with some slope. And it is a science, Dave, on creating the scarf that you're going to follow in. And of course, following that scarf, you don't want to do what we call stair stepping, where you keep moving up and you keep missing that hit, missing, the follow on the hit that came prior to it in the up hit or the down hit. Actually, it's technically more wood you cut. We got a 3-minute cutoff time. Bourne well ahead of that.
He's made that turn onto the backside, going with that slashing motion, like throwing bolts of lightning through the back of that log right now. Cheer him on, folks. He's almost there. He could use it. And there it is.
He is one heck of an underhand cutter, as well as a log roller.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, here we go. Will Chamberlain, Ethan Villeneuve, Lyle the captain. Look at the captain ripping into this log down here, getting some redemption in this one from that standing block we saw earlier.
Now, Lyle LeCaptain is one of the most versatile athletes in the world. He can log roll, He can boom running. I'd love to see him log roll in Lake George, maybe not in these conditions. But the captain around already. And there's this slope we talked about, Dave. Got the top one out with plenty of slope. And his equipment is working. You hear that pop.
Absolutely. He's really presented the X well in this one. Throwing that heel in first, let the toe wrap around, blow that chip right out, making short work of it now. But here comes Villeneuve. Villeneuve starting to feel it in the backside of this log. Reeling him in, Dave.
Beautiful accuracy as well. I like the captain drawing the axe right down the middle of his body, right down the nose, and looking right through the back of the head. And that's just phenomenal technique from the captain.
Villeneuve having a couple chips hang there for him. Chamberlain, doors open for him. He can reel him in if Will just keeps going. Saw a couple head shakes down there. He just didn't like where he had placed those hits. Villeneuve getting ready to go for the drives. Chamberlain will finish it up down there on position 1.
Come on, Ethan! You got it! Let's go! Let's go!
Villeneuve going for the drives in the bottom. It's shaking for him. Got something in the middle there. He's chasing. And you just hear it, Dave. That is just a thud in the heart of that log there.
Good block she's drawn too.
Stand to your
Over
timber.
there's the bear dog.
3, 2, 1, go!
Isn't he cute?
Here we go. Look at Allie. Allie, no fear. Just hammering at that thing, Dave.
Eliza Phillips trying to win all 3 of these athletes. Look at the Paul Smith representative in the middle, though. That's almost halfway. What is this? We got a hell of a race going on here. This could be anyone's.
Yeah, Soroy going for the drives. There she goes around to the backside. We said she set the world on fire here last year in the standing block event. Looking to take the win here today in this event. That block just looks like it's already shaking. There's 4 inches of wood on this side to drive, Dave.
Yeah. She's got the big chips out. She's a little bit flat. That blade dragging, it's scraping a little bit. She may have rolled the blade a little bit and not coming up. Here comes Allie. She's got a small back. She's open, very small. I think she's got it. Allie Perch going to possibly, no, it's going to be in the middle.
Soroy!
Wow. Drove a ton of wood, Dave. Good call.
That block was shaking. She almost had that thing broke in the first 4 hits on the backside. It wanted to go right from the beginning.
And look at the hinge. It's equally about 1.5 inches wide all the way across. That's what you want to see, a perfect hinge.
Unbelievable cut there on position 2. Eliza Phillips, told you, she was very good in college in this event. She's still got it down there. Couple more hits should do it for her. Cheer her on, folks. She's almost there.
Allie Perch had a great front and opened a little narrow in the back and came to a V. And again, that axe just quit penetrating on the far wood, but Allie had a great front and just missed her lines in the back, but plenty of season left to correct that.
Yeah, those up hits are taking the chips out of the backside of this log right now. Those down hits are really just thudding in there. You said they're really flat, just not going with the grain of the wood.
And it's impossible to change the angle once you've escaped.
Owen Probst, Dom Ruckel, Gabriel Brandt, Tyler St. Hilaire. Here we go.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Here we go. All these guys super strong in this event. Tyler St. Hilaire's best event. Look at him fly down here, Dave. Massive chips coming out of stand 4.
I believe 45 seconds is the time to beat. Could be anyone's race. Look at the man in the green down there on 1.
Owen Probst, yeah, he is a dog in the underhand chop. Oh, wardrobe malfunction down here for St. Hilaire. The suspender flying up. He's trying to keep going, Dave. That's got to be tough battling that thing flying around, causing that distraction.
Yeah, he's got a massive swing here. Pretty beautiful accuracy, too.
Look at Gabe Brandt taking the heat.
One hit behind.
Look how clean that cut is there. On position 3 for Gabe Brandt. That is a beautiful scarf for him. We'll stick with St. Hilaire down here.
So we got about 1 hit.
And there it is. Give all our
One heat remaining after this.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, here we go. Men's standing block chop. Look at Marshall. That
Yeah.
feverish pace he's known for on position 3.
He's had it. Marshall won the standing block here at the Winter Festival last year in Lake George. Beat out a little bit. He's around fast. And 37 the time to beat. Savage has got a massive front end. Marshall is going to have to open a little wider in the back to prevent what you keep talking about, Dave, being out, hitting that dead wood.
Yeah, it looked like he did open up a little bit higher on the back than I think his lines were. But he's going to have to be careful here. Maybe flatten out a little bit to meet that mark and not drive stump, as we call it in the business, on the back side.
It's moving. He's got it.
Wow.
Fast, speed. And you got to give him credit. In these conditions, he did not slow down, opened up with speed, finished with speed.
But you look at his cut there. There was no margin for error on that, Dave. He only had a half-inch of wall of wood to work with on those driving blows. Had to flatten out a little bit. Probably cost him a second or two in doing that. But great execution there for Ben Marshall. All right, we'll stick with Caleb Steves down there on position 1. Chris Savage on position 2. It's one of my favorite things, watching Lumberjacks early in the year. Every time they take a hit, they don't like it, they shake their head, whisper sweet nothings to themselves, keep going, take another hit, shake their head, whisper sweet nothings. Those are the demons that Savage are going through there right now on position 2.
Well, you know, a lot of athletes will finish up like 2025 season, and they'll tell themselves all winter, I need to work on that, I need to work on this, I need to change this. This is the first show of the year, and this is where a lot of the athletes, they tried it. That they'll try to work on their new technique or all these changes. So I'm going to go equipment-wise, Dave. Looking at the belly, I'm going to go with team number 1 here. I'm going to go with the Red Squirrel and Ella Thorpe down there on 1.
That's Eliza Phillips.
I'm sorry, Thorpe, Eliza. How do you call him a Red Squirrel when he's terrified of the springboard?
He used to not be. Here we go. She's going to pull him through that.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, here we go.
Come on, Will and Eliza.
Look at Towner's
Dead even right now.
They're dead even, yep. Real close. Oh, I think I'm right, Dave.
Oh!
Those little shovels will dig right in and they'll stop the saw.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Got Alex Storm right in the middle. They got a massive lead. Well, it's going to be close between 2 and 3. Look at the team from Paul Smith. The team from Paul Smith is going to run away with this heat. Great cut. Great cut.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Stand number 2, just short stroking a little. They want to get that handle right to the wood using the belly of the saw. Let that belly cut on the push and the return. And there it goes.
There it is. Good cut. They're jacked up. Give them a big round of applause. There it is, Songman. That's the Spencer song.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Gonna be a tight,
Come on,
tight
Brian.
heat.
Come on,
Beautiful
Sid.
cut on 1 and on 4. On 3, Marshall and Perch looking to take the win. One more stroke.
Good cut. Give him a big tater tots. He was definitely weighed down.
Squirrel must feast.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, stroke for stroke, getting to the meat of the log now.
A little slow on number 2 at first, but they are coming to the party now. Like, this is going to be another close heat, Dave.
Wow,
They
they caught
stroke.
him in the bottom on position 2.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Here we go, underhand chop. Look at these guys fly. Gonna make short work of these 13-inch aspen logs.
And I believe around 45 seconds is the time to beat. My money is on Storm or Carlson. Storm all the way to the right in the black. And Storm is around first. Again, this man has won the standing block chop. He's winning the springboard. And he is on pace to win this under. And he's opened up. Beautiful start. What is going on with Alex Storm this March? He is on fire. The top broke. He's going to take one more chip. Why not?
Dude, Danny Miner's right there.
He's
with
right.
him.
Oh, Ford! Wow! Well, Storm was first to turn. He's had such a great day, you thought for sure no one was going to catch him. Ryan put a massive front end, went around to the back with a mountain of slope.
On 3, here we go.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, here we go. Attacking these standing blocks, hit for hit right now. See, just leveraging all that power, blasting it into these logs. These are 13-inch aspen logs these guys are cutting up here right now, and they are on the frozen side. Those chips really want to hang in there on them. St. Hilaire's going to have to really throw the belly of the axe into that bar wood to get those chips to dislodge onto that log. There goes Piazza onto the back side. St. Hilaire definitely chopping super flat over the top, but now it's almost too late. Can't really adjust at this point. Otherwise, he'll glance that axe off the log and it will go someplace you do not want it to go. Piazza flying through that log down there, making short work of it. St. Hilaire throwing the drivers in, heading to the back side. Log shaking for Piazza.
Trying to drive it.
One more hit for Eric. Okay, he made me a liar. Here at the karate chop. Hiya. There it is for Piazza.
Holding on by a toothpick on him.
All right, St. Hilaire hammering. He has a nice log over here, man. If he had a little bit more slope on this thing, whew.
Look at him throw his shoulders into his swing, too.
Yeah, it's like creating a whipping motion as opposed to just driving that axe in, letting the axe cut for him. He's generating that power through that snap. Very hard to master that technique. He's working at it. And there is the...
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, here we go, yeah. Kravaski's log looking soft.
Look at that swing down there. Megan Kranzwick, a massive swing, beautiful, accurate, and that's a good call. I think she was going to V out if she stayed in there. She might want to open a little bit larger in the back, and I think she's done that. And that is just beautiful swing, driving off the back leg, squaring her hips up to finish the log, finish the hit. But don't count out Kropaski. She's notorious for staying in the front and putting a massive front end.
Yeah, this is some redemption down there for Kreswick.
And neither one is slowing down.
Kropaski starting to reel her in a little bit. Whoa, it'll be Kreswick taking the heat. What a cut.
Phenomenal.
Right behind her.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, here we go. Look at Leah Lloyd. Got a great swing there, Dave. Really uses her whole body to just launch that axe into that log. Big chips for Leah coming out there on position 2.
Yeah,
I
that's a good call.
assumed-
They position 2. Those chips are moving. They're hitting those corners. They're using. A lot of times, competitors go for the biggest axe in the box. I would disagree with that. A lot of veterans would say the bigger the log, the smaller the axe. shorten the base, but it's going to penetrate more, but you have to span the axe properly. You're going to be swinging it for a longer time, so use a smaller axe you can stay in control with. But again, you get too big of a blade, it's too much to travel through a hard surface of wood. And you know, the blades we run nowadays, 6.5 to 8 inches, 7.5, 8 inches. Mel Lentz, one of the best the U.S. has ever had, he said when axes went over 6.5 inches, they thought those were too big. And here comes Jeff Towner at stand 2. Look at Alex Storm though. Stand 1's going to be tough to beat. Alex Storm on fire. Took 2 wins and a second today in the 3 chops. Looking for another win in the Jack and Jill Butcher.
Yeah, Candace did a lot of work for him on the front side of that log. Left him in a good spot to cleanly drive it off. There it is.
Is she coming out of retirement?
I think so. Candace telling the women's world, be back.
Come on, Larry. Come on, Jeff.
Jeff Towner in the green. One of our veteran athletes, but one of the most accurate wood choppers I've seen, and also one of the best axe grinders in the world. And he's going to be donating a couple of the axes. That's Jeff Towner you were talking about earlier.
Absolutely, yeah, Jeff. The wily old vet. Look at Carlson chasing him down. Going for the drive. Come on, Towner. Oh, Benny caught him.
Hi, Jeff. There it goes. Come on.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, here we go. We saw Cresswick earlier just absolutely annihilate her standing block.
Yep, coming out of Canada, Dave, and winning the women's standing block. There she is in the middle with that massive swing, and they are looking for a time of 1 minute 20 seconds to beat.
I heard a wedge hit the ground too, yeah. Just grabbing a different axe, hammering away.
That was just a massive swing.
She's gonna
stand number
stand
one.
up.
Stand number 1 down there.
Soroy hammering.
That's Taylor Soroy.
Yeah,
She's
that's
like-
50%. She's saying let the dogs out, go.
Yeah.
What a cut on stand 1.
They got a great shot of winning this event down there on stand number 1. Again, 120 is the time to beat. And we are
Wow.
55 seconds.
Stand 2's already tagged in. They were halfway.
He's got about 20 seconds to get that block off. He's going to do it. We are looking at virtually the new leader right here on stand number 1. He can get that block off in about 10 seconds or
Oh,
less.
just a couple mishits there.
Misses, that's
He's
not
gotta
helpful.
go.
Yeah, he's got to go now. Will Chamberlain watching closely.
There he goes for the drives. This
I'm
should
not
take
sure
it.
if that's going to happen. A stuck axe there. I think Team Chamberlain is going to be safe. They're going to be very safe after that.
Wow.
That was a monster opening.
Lyle Captain of Orlando, Florida in the light blue. These logs are so stubborn today.
Those frozen wood fibers, man. That is tough. That is tough. Vilnade going for the drive zone, position 3. Working his way across. He's got the near broke.
And Dave, my Jill partner for this summer was going to show up, and Ben said, hey, if you want to cut the butcher with her, put down the mic, go ahead. She didn't show up, and I got to tell you, I'm fine with that. After watching this today, I'm happy just to stand next to you, buddy, with the microphone.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right.
Dave, 1 minute 29 is the time to beat in that Heat 1. That was Alex Storm and Candace Seno. Smoked it off in Heat number 1. Who we got here? Heat 2, Dave. Again, stand number 1 down there.
I'm thinking
Pretty
pretty
good.
good.
Standing on the Paul Smith's team in the middle here.
I don't know, but look at Nita.
Yeah, Liza!
Nita is taking out a lot of the firewood out of that thing already. This is going to be a dead heat between stands 1 and 2, it's looking like right now.
Yeah, you're right. Nita's done a ton of work there. Open hitter lines perfectly.
There we go. We got some chips out down here on position 3 now.
They're coming up on that 1-minute mark. Guys will take over. Will Chamberlain.
Here we go.
Will's
Just
just
to let the
twitching down
dogs
there in
out.
the blue. And there goes Chamberlain.
Chamberlain into his
Come on,
log.
Will!
After it, look at that slab come off. Chamberlain, where has this aggression been all day? Chasing down 1 minute, 29 seconds. Will Chamberlain has got a shot at it. 2 more up, he's going to be coming at it. Look at this guy up the middle, and it's done.
Wow.
Wow. Will Chamberlain. What a cut with Eliza Phillips down there on 1. They are pumped. And she's halfway. Will saying there's a reason I didn't have to do much. It looked from here, Will. It looked from here that she was halfway. You're.
What a finish. What a finish.
Steel Timber Sports, one of the event stocks saw, they use MS Steel 661 all over the world. That's the same saw they're going to win tomorrow. They're going to be able to use it. They're going to be able to train with it to prepare for the Timber Sports event.
Here we go. Final heat of the butcher block.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Tough event to call here, Dave. Final heat of the Jack and Jill Butcher block. Couple tough logs. Once they get the big one out, then they're free to fly. Perch has done that. She's hit her lines perfectly. Kropaski now getting that near wood out, cutting her way across that log. Look at how well she spans that axe. Hanging the nose out, hanging the toe out with those far and near hits.
Good job,
it doesn't
Sid.
seem like
Keep
the
it up.
axe is liking the log at all, Dave. It took her 8 hits to get that first chip out, and she was presenting it with slope. The axe just was not cutting that block.
Well, Kropaski has a slight advantage here, and using the whole, look at, she's got the far wood out equally as the near wood, and I don't know if she's going to just bore that out and unleash Shookneck here in just a moment. They're coming up on the 1 minute mark again. 1 minute 20 from heat number 2, still holding.
All right, getting ready to turn Benny loose here. There's the whistle. There he
Come on,
goes.
Brad.
Shookneck now getting in as well. Look at the pace out of Marshall.
Ben Marshall,
What an animal.
Come on, Brad.
absolute full gas. He missed the down hit on the near side. He's going to want to make that up. And there it is. He picked up the down hit. And is she moving? Marshall's coming at it. Ben Marshall from Hudson, New Hampshire.
Come on, Brad!
Chucknick's got him moving. Marshall's got him moving. Marshall's got the near wood broken in the middle.
on, Brad.
His legs came out too.
Clearly Chamberlain, he did some wedge work there, tampering with Ben's axe. We're well aware of that.
Oh.
All or nothing. But remember, everyone, he did throw a 4 in the axe throw. Not the largest saw out here, but it just seems to be so consistent. It doesn't seem to die in these big logs, and if it is dying, I think Ben's got the presence of mind to let off on a little bit, let off on the pressure, keep the chain speed up. Dominic Russell, I don't believe his saw fired right away earlier. In the early heat, we'll see if he gets that going. He could be in it.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Full send on Marshall.
Yep, and look at that disc. It's about 1.5 inches wide, consistent through the entire log. And that's why Marshall won it here last year. He loves this event.
That's 2.
And that's going to be a tough time to beat. Unofficially, Marshall in the lead right now.
Not this stupidly, but at all.
Dominic, one more pull.
We did drag race at
Oh yeah, there we go. Give it some go juice. There we go. Oh,
No.
Heartbreak City. Marshall
Jerry, don't count him out. These guys, they can get in the money. They can go for the win. It's up to them.
15 seconds.
These are two very fast sauces. These athletes can get a nice, clean start. I think they could catch him
Hands
here.
on the wood.
Took Ben a second to get to the log. There's definitely time to make up.
Got to
Here
get
we
the
go.
log in about 1.5.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Great cut on one. From Jake Bedarian, great cut.
Tethering those full court to the stands. Can't just be throwing them around all willy-nilly. Kind of hit those decomp switches, make these single-cylinder motors a little easier to pull over. This is a drag race, one cut race.
And rarely do we see this on the East Coast. This is a big West Coast event. They get the big Douglas fir, 30-inch Douglas fir logs for these drag races. This is cool seeing them in New York.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Talk about your all-time letdowns. Oh, no. It ain't over.
Try and get a rewrap, get it started.
Let's see how many people actually finish. Then
Wrap those handles. Here we go. Oh, no.
this is off to a good start.
This is why.
Those are support hose at this point.
I thought this was a drag race, not a 2 inches at a time race.
Dave, I should have entered with my steel 661 today. I would have been in the money.
Benny, can I still get in? 661?
Last chance if you guys want to go.
It's fine, we'll circle cut that thing.
Oh yeah.
All right, they're trying to rewrap and go. What is the time limit on this thing, Judge?
3 poles.
3 pulls. Very specific. Holy cow.
You're in the money.
All right, one more pull for Scotty. Here we go. Nice.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, here we go. Springboard chop. Eric Piazza on 1, Ethan Villeneuve on 2. Athletes are trying to bore a hole into that tree in the shape of that springboard clip. With that frozen tree, it's tough to get those chips on there. It looks like Piazza with that wrist flip down there executed it
I want to
beautifully.
say hi and bye to Ben.
He's up on his first board.
Yeah, but I no.
Villeneuve
Oh, I was like,
still working away over here. And there we go. He cleared out that one chip he was looking for. Now he's going to plant the board. Let's see. Oh, yeah. That was a leap of faith right there. There was no holding on to the axe, nothing. It was either coming out of the tree and he was on the ground or he was going to be good. All right, Piazza. See him way around the tree. He's going to have to make a real leap of faith. Now he's slapping the block. We're having trouble on turn 1 down there. Piazza. Yeah, that thing's way around, Eric. I was like, holy cow. Trying to cut the backside of the tree from the front with where that pocket is. He's going to have to bore that out closer to him to make that jump more manageable. Because there's nothing else holding that board in besides the clip. So you can push that board out when you make that jump. Villeneuve hammering away. It's an even race with these guys right now. Piazza thinking he's good. Planting the board. Gonna replant that axe. Here we go. I'll help you, buddy. There you go. Up he goes. Cheer him on, folks. Eric Piazza to the top ropes.
He's from my neck of the woods in
He
Connecticut.
told me that I don't have to do firewood, and the fire build, and I can scratch myself.
Who told you that?
I asked my
Hey,
parents
Villeneuve.
if I could at 24 years old. He's like, oh, how bad would you be if I don't do that?
I was
And
talking
I'm
to
like,
the judge
"We
a
don't care."
second
I said,
ago. He
"Okay."
said, if you're not going to cut a pocket right, cut it deep. And I think that's the strategy right now for Villeneuve. Get into the center of that tree, get something
nice.
safe to climb on,
I'm itching
get
to
up there and try to
indoors.
put in a time.
I'm itching to get indoors.
Eric's having some trust issues with his board. Saw him bounce on it for a
And all
second
the
there.
power to the women that do.
As a big guy, I
They're
can
all
relate
excited.
with that. I have trust issues when I'm that high up in the
Okay,
tree
well,
too.
Yeah,
I love that
I
for
think
you.
Piazza, I don't know if he's aware that he is an incredibly good springboard cutter. He's just got to learn to get his pockets in. He came to my house for training one time. He got up there and just cut beautiful, with power, fearless, throwing his whole body into it. He's just got to get those pockets down.
And that is the whistle. That is the 3-minute stop. Give him a big round.
Ryan here in the green, so I'm guessing he opened up his high-speed jet to let more fuel in if it died on the third. So we'll see if that's the adjustment and how it's going to go in this one-cut race. The time to beat, 5 minutes and 12 seconds.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
If he has room. As long as they haven't gone over the line there, we may have 2 complete.
Which was the first event.
Yeah, poor planning on Ben's part. He
Yeah.
could have had the metal drum over here, all the fire embers in there all day.
Poor planning on Ben. As is
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, here we go. That was definitely not a lucky break over here when the log glanced and went into the puddle. That's going to be tough to recover from.
When we talk about the science of making these shavings, down here towards the tent, Dave, one of our athletes is using a draw shave, a spoke shave, they can also be called.
I'm gonna grab
Gonna
my
get that
camera.
fire going pretty quick. Some of the other athletes just chose to make the cribbing material, that 1x1 or 2x2 material, to ignite and support the can.
So who's right here? Is that
Where are we going to
That's
see
Emma.
smoke first, Dave?
I know those three.
Nina,
And then
Leah,
that's
I don't know, I'm kind of
Allie, Taylor,
thinking Leah
and
Lloyd down here has got the advantage right now. She's got that cabin going. Now she's going back to try to make the shavings. Unconventional method. Don't hate it. Went with the cabin first. That is a Little Tykes hatchet that she's using. Yes, that's a good call. You're using that for underhand tomorrow? That's good. All right, trying to get more shavings, more shavings, more shavings. Shavings are your friend. Lots of shavings over here for Allie. She's getting ready to light those matches.
Yeah, Emily Ellithorpe's looking real good down here. She got her shavings going right away. She's lighting the match here. If it goes,
There we go.
she's in great shape because she already has the cribbing made and stacked.
Yes, slight advantage, Ellithorpe. Allie right behind her right now. She's going back to start making some pencils.
And she's got that fire going. And Ellie down, I'm sorry, yeah.
There we go. She's got to get some pencils on this thing quick, though, because she's burning through this super fast. Leah Lloyd got a fire
Emily.
going.
Check out Emily down here. She's got the fire going. She's putting the cribbing around it. And as long as it doesn't snuff the fire out, that fire is, it is going. She's already got the can on. This is a clinic happening down here. Jeff Towner watching on.
All these competitors were got wood from the exact same pile. No advantages. Allie's got hers on the fire, starting to warm up the water.
Now Emily has this, she's got the cribbing coming about just around the can. She's decided that's enough of the work for now. Let's get blown, throw some oxygen in there. Some of the athletes have been known to build the fire too soon and that the shavings burn out and there's just not enough heat to ignite the bigger timbers. So she's decided to go back to some shavings, get a little more fuel under the can.
Man, this
But
is
it is still going. Jeff Towner
tough
coaching her on.
to call over here, Dave. Allie now has got a good fire going over here. Leah Lloyd's kind of went out on her a little bit. It's still there, but just like her little axe over there, it's a little baby fire right now. Little baby fire.
Eliza's got something going now.
Well, you're right, Dave. I wasn't watching Allie Perch down here. Allie Perch she's in position to win this too.
Yeah, Allie did a good job of getting a lot of material underneath that can so this fire could eat. Now, right now, she's trying to keep that flame centered under the can, not escaping. You see her going back and forth.
I noticed a lot of the cribbing that Allie made, the pieces are smaller, Dave. Basically more surface area, more to ignite, and that may be, she may be in position to take the win here.
Look at Eliza's fire coming up fast. That came from nowhere. Look at that thing go. She's got a decent amount of material underneath.
That is a prime
that.
example.
Yeah, we got
of
three in the
teamwork
race,
makes
Dave.
dream work.
I didn't see that. Yeah, Dave, we weren't even watching Eliza. Look at this thing taking off.
Look at that thing. That thing came out of nowhere, Dave. I was watching her, and all of a sudden it just flared up.
Yeah, but she's trying to control that fire. No adding hats is kindling. No.
She's trying to blow it. The wind is blowing it towards her. She's trying to get it all back.
That's a great strategy.
Woo! There's some eyebrows gone for Eliza there. Holy cow.
Does she have enough material underneath it to sustain, though?
This is like watching Will Chamberlain in the
Yeah,
butcher block.
Liza.
Just coming out of nowhere.
Walking around looking at everybody else. I don't see much smoke anywhere else.
There's still a baby fire down over there for Leah.
Look at this. This is the butcher block team looking to go for the win there and looking to win the fire build.
Got a couple small fires down here at the far end.
It's getting hot down here for Emily. It's not coming out yet, but it's starting to boil, and it's got some attitude down there. It is boiling. It's starting to come up. It's going to be this is one of the tightest fire builds I have to say we've ever seen, especially in these damp conditions.
Allie's getting a little movement in her water.
Man, these fires are starting to really go through.
We've got
the wood
Boyle.
that's
It's coming up.
underneath
We
them
got some action. Keep an eye on down here right by
There's
the
Emily! Here goes Emily!
Oh.
There's Emily! Oh, right behind over there!
That's about 1 second between.
It looked like Eliza from my backyard.
It was I call Eliza, followed by Emily.
Incredible
That
race
is
there.
the closest fire bill.
There we go. There goes Emily. That's 3 over. We got a couple fires down here at the far end. That's 3 so far.
All right, Leah's fire has graduated from baby fire to medium fire. Good news for her is all that flame is underneath that can.
Yep. Hottest part of the flame is the tip. You could actually overbuild your fire. When your flames are way up over your can, what's happening is it's going to be sucking oxygen from underneath it, which will actually cool it down. There's a science to this. What's going on back here in the back corner? Not much, unfortunately. That's 3, right? 3 done. Wait, 3 more. I believe we're paying the 6. We got a little something going on over here. Liza's face is a little rooty over there. She might have eaten a little bit of flame. Oh, you got the little singed hair? Nice. Let me look. We got a little bit of movement in this can. This one, starting to think about it, may need some fuel underneath that one, though. Again, all these competitors were given the same amount of water with the same amount of soap in it. All got wood from the same pile that's been in the back of the trailer since last year.
I do like that people are now pilfering from other fires.
It's only cheating if you get caught.
Yeah, I saw the first
Oh, we
one.
got one down here. There's 4.
So that's Leah.
With the baby hatchet. Oop. Oh, here we go.
That's
And there's 5. Can we just throw all these together and just make one big fire for a while? Yeah. As the great philosopher Jesse the Body Ventura once said, win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat.
I'm sorry.
Look at Ben just grabbing the entire disc of embers, bringing it over.
Judge didn't see anything, I just heard it.
I see nothing.
It's really wet.
Yep.
All right, folks. Tomorrow's show is going to kick off at 11 o'clock.
Oh, it's getting silly now. Yeah.
Rookie day tomorrow.
Eliza, just jump back in there and do it.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Make sure to stop on back for that.
Is that now the head judge helping?
The entire time. That's funny. Paying out 7 places, which is why they're still building, still hammering.
It's kind of fucked up.
Regardless.
Yeah.
At least it's not cold and wet out.
She still might get 6, really. Yeah, wow. I mean, in actual placing.
Go! Okay, there's a heck of a fire back there that is 100% legal by the tent.
This one.
There's absolutely no cheating, no taking of the embers, an entire pile of wood from one of the winning groups.
I honestly cannot believe how many matches and embers and everything that have been stolen for the Paul Smith's fire over here with Soroy, and it still has no flame.
All right, so let me break out the go juice at this point.
I got a blister on my finger and then it popped.
I'm so sorry. Your hands are so warm compared to mine, and you're not gonna hold my fingers? Wow. Okay, thanks for listening. I said your hands are so warm compared to mine. Oh, and you're not gonna hold my fingers? Wow.
There's a little movement along the edges on this one, but I don't know how it's holding off this long. Now the wood crew is helping on the second fire over here. We're just... Rules? What rules? We don't need no stinking rules. I don't know.
I don't get it. That's more fire than I think I've ever seen. I don't know.
She's got 5 pumps of water in that.
Oh, I'm seeing some suds getting formed over here.
She didn't.
Emma's starting to get a little boil action. I don't know. Oh, back here. Is it not quite yet? It fell. Did it go over? Okay. I missed that one. She's real close.
You have a headache?
Come on, Emma. I don't believe you cheated. I think you got this.
I say it's just so loud in here. I don't get it.
There's movement.
Let's just put her on.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Come on, Dave. We have a fire that wasn't cheated on go over.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, but we need it tomorrow. It didn't hurt.
Are we done? Are we?
I don't see any reason to let her finish.
We're done.
All right, folks, this is our